Welcome to the Ghostly Chronicles. The Flickering Lighthouse. David was a seasoned sailor, but even he was wary of the lighthouse on Hollow Point. It hadn't been operational for years, its beam extinguished after the keeper mysteriously vanished. Tonight, however, a storm forced him to navigate dangerously close to the rocky coast, and to his shock, the lighthouse's beam flickered to life, cutting through the darkness. Desperate for shelter, he steered his boat toward the shore. As he climbed the jagged cliffs to reach the lighthouse, he noticed that the beam wasn't steady. It seemed to pulse erratically, like a dying heartbeat. He reached the lighthouse door, and found it ajar, creaking on rusty hinges. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of sea salt and decay. He called out, but there was no answer, only the sound of the storm howling outside. He climbed the spiral staircase, following the light that kept flickering above. Reaching the top, he found the lamp room empty. The giant lens rotated slowly, casting its fading beam out to sea. But then, in the reflection of the lens, he saw something, a shadowy figure standing behind him. It was the outline of a man, drenched and ragged, his eyes wide and hollow. "Who are you?" David asked, his voice trembling. The figure's mouth moved, but the words were drowned out by a sudden, deafening crash of thunder. The lighthouse shuddered, and when the light passed over the figure again, it was gone. Only then did David notice a logbook lying open on a nearby table. The last entry was dated 10 years ago, in shaky handwriting. "The light is failing, I'm not alone." Suddenly the lens stopped rotating and the beam went out. The room plunged into darkness. Panicking, David tried to rush down the stairs, but the steps seemed endless, twisting far beyond the height he'd climbed. The air grew colder and an eerie whisper echoed around him. "Stay, keep the light, or be lost." As the storm raged outside, the beam flickered back on for a brief moment, revealing the figure at the bottom of the stairs, staring up at him. Its eyes were glowing faintly with the same dim light that the lamp had given off. David's screams were swallowed by the storm, and when the lighthouse's beam went out again, it stayed dark for good. The next day his boat was found on the rocks, but there was no sign of him, only a new entry in the logbook. "The light is failing, I'm not alone." Please like, share and subscribe.